On the news headlines this hour, cybercrime a threat to national security, says the IGP. Army debunks report on death of soldiers in Imo. NNPC owes petroleum marketers 15 billion naira, says IPMAN. Lebanese backs 14 years jail for sexually exploiting teenage girls in Kano. And on sports, tennis legend Nadal set to retire at the end of 2024 season. Good day, you're watching Leadership TV News. I am Cynthia Onwada. Now to the news in detail. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has said that cybercrime poses significant threats to national security. Egbetokun stated this while declaring open the Made in Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center NPF-NCCC 2024 Cybersecurity Week with the theme Secure Our World. The IGP, who was represented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of Finance and Administration, DIG Bala Chiroma, said cybercrime is not a mere technical issue but a national security issue that requires immediate attention. The Inspector General further noted that cyber criminals were becoming more sophisticated and employing advanced techniques to evade detection and target vulnerability in emerging technologies. Also speaking, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation Department, FCID, Abiodun Alabi, said securing the cyberspace is now inseparable from securing the physical world in an era dominated by digital economy and technology. And moving on, the Board of Trustees, BOT of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has expressed worry over the recent state congress conducted by the party's national leadership. The chairman of the PDP BOT and former Senate President Adolphus Wabara conveyed the concern during the 78th meeting of the party's advisory organ in Abuja on Thursday. Wabara, the meeting which held at the PDP National Secretariat, declared that the discrepancies in the course of the congresses were of serious concern and must be addressed immediately by the party's National Working Committee. Wabara said, "These discrepancies are of serious concern and it is essential that we address them immediately. Therefore, we are calling on the National Working Committee to ensure that these issues are swiftly resolved." The Nigerian Army has dismissed as falsehood a report by some online media outlets claiming that troops were attacked and that several soldiers and civilians died in an attack that occurred at the secretariat of a local government area in Imo State. The acting deputy director, 82 Division, Nigerian Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Nwakalu, in a statement in Enugu on Thursday, said the reports had no iota of truth, describing it as a fiction of the imagination of sympathizers of the outlawed Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB group. Recall that on October 3rd, 2023, the local government headquarters in Isiala, Mbano, was set ablaze and destroyed by IPOB ESN elements, saying that there was no attack on or casualty on troops or civilians. He noted that similar mindless attempts was made at the secretariat of Ehime-Mbano Council area of Imo State in the late hours of Wednesday, October 8, 2024. Unuakalu, however, said the gallant efforts of the troops prevented the criminals from gaining entrance into the council area secretariat. Unuakalu advised the public to disregard misinformation by online publications, assuring that troops would continue to protect citizens and critical government infrastructure in the state. And moving on now, the national president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Abubakar Garima, has revealed that a Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, owed petroleum marketers about 15 billion naira. Garima, who disclosed this on Thursday, said members of the association had not yet loaded a single truck since the NNPC increased its pump price. This disclosure came just a day after the NNPC increased the prices of fuel at its retail outlets in Lagos and Abuja. Leadership TV reports that the pump price of a litre rose to 1,030 naira from 897 naira in Abuja. In other filling stations, the price of the fuel sold for as much as 1,050 naira in some parts of Lagos State. IPMAN, however, noted that the move eased the effect of the full deregulation of the sector. A news report says that a federal high court in Kano State has handed down a 14-year prison sentence to a 67-year-old Lebanese national, Zuhair Akar, for sexually exploiting two teenage girls. The Kano State Commander of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, had arraigned Akar on a two-count charge bordering on trafficking and sexual exploitation. According to the prosecution led by Kano Zonal Commander Abdullahi Babale, the Department of State Services DSS alerted NAPTIP to the case on September 5th, 2024. Baba Ali said the defendant committed the offense on September 4th at about 10:30 p.m. at his house situated at Gidanwanka, Unity Road, Kano. The defendant procured the 14 and 15-year-old girls at the Civic Center Road near Suya Spot, took them to his house and sexually exploited them. The prosecution presented 4 exhibits, including the confessional statement of the defendant and the victim's testimony, to the court to prove its case. Akar pleaded guilty to the charges which violated the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015. And finally, now on sports, 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from tennis at the end of the 2024 season. The 38-year-old will represent Spain in his final appearance at next month's Davis Cup Finals in Malaga, Spain. Nadal has barely played over the past 2 seasons because of injuries and suggested last year he would retire at the end of the 2024 season. In a video message released on Thursday, Nadal said, "I am here to let you know I am returning from professional tennis." Nadal retires as the second most successful men's singles player of all time, behind only longtime rival Novak Djokovic. Dubbed the King of Clay, Nadal won the French Open singles title a record 14 times, winning 112 of his 116 major matches at Roland Garros. He is also a 4-time US Open and won both the Australian Open and the Wimbledon twice. That's all the news we have for you on Leadership TV. For more of our news stories, you can log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.